Hello, this is a guide for the F3 portion of the Ayrton Senna Tribute in Gran Turismo 6. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a lap slowed down to about 30% speed. Then I can explain how I managed to get the gold time. And then we're going to do a full speed lap so you can see exactly how it was done. So let's jump in. Okay, I will point out that I'm using a Logitech Driving Force GT wheel. I'm also using no traction control, and in this trial you can have the driving line turned on, but I decided to turn it off. So here we go. You start off, this is your prep for the fast lap, and basically with this corner you want to maintain a higher speed as possible. I didn't do that good a job, I have to say. I dropped below 70. And you don't want to hug this corner too hard. Basically, you're trying to get as much speed as you can for the start-finish straight, as it is around Brands Hatch. It's very curved start-finish straight. So I cut the corner quite hard here, and then I drifted over to the left-hand side of the track to get the widest line possible through the first very tricky corner. Now, this first corner is key. You want to be as smooth as possible going into the corner and screw off as little amount of speed as you possibly can. It took me quite a while to be able to nail the feel of this car because it's very grippy, but only up to a point. So here, hardly braking at all. And you can see I kept my speed really quite high, over 110 miles an hour. I managed to cut the corner quite viciously and keep my speed over 110 the entire time, which is key for getting a good run down to this hairpin and sort of maximising your time. So you want to brake just before that shadow. The time of day doesn't change with each try, so you can use that shadow as a braking point. And you want to brake nice and hard and keep it fairly tight. You don't want to come out too wide on the exit of the corner, and that'll set you up nicely for the following corner, left-hander. Now, this following corner, you can take full throttle. You don't need to brake at all. You can clip it quite hard, like I did. This is the way I found is best for me. I really cut the corner hard, but full throttle into fourth gear. And then again, taking an inside line there. Maybe not the best line, but this is how I managed to get the time, so I'm not questioning my own logic. And then going right over to the right-hand side here. This is again a corner you don't need to brake for. I shifted up to fifth just before the turn-in and cut it quite hard. Not too hard or you'll spin. And then this is the second really key corner. You got to keep it tight but not slow down too much. It's very tricky. You just got to find that braking point, tease it in, then use the understeer of the car. Understeer slightly, but maintain your high speed. There you go. Didn't drop below 70 miles an hour. And then for this final start-finish straight, as it's curved, keep as far over to the right-hand side as you can, because then you're not wasting time moving across. Basically, the key thing with this mission is getting the feel of the car and maintaining a higher speed as possible, because it's a tough one. It took me about a good 45 minutes before I nailed this lap. So there we go. 43.06. It's only just under. Let me see. My skills are not elite, shall we say. So let's see that again, but this time in real time. So, first corner, fairly tight. I'm sure you can make a better line of that than I did. And then I cut that really hard. Probably don't need to do that. Basically on this, you're prepping for the lap, so you're trying to get as fast as possible. Then here, tease the braking ever so slightly. Just maintaining speed as high as you possibly can. I'd say if you don't get a good first corner, just quit and restart. That hairpin, very tricky to get right. But try and hug it as much as you can. Then through these corners, absolutely flat. Cut them as tight as you dare. And move over to the right-hand side of the track so you can take this at full throttle. Through the left, then the right. Then tentative on the brakes. Cutting it nice and tight. And then hugging the right-hand side to maximise your time. or minimise your time rather. And then that's it. It's a very short lap, but it's very tricky. So if you manage to get a silver or above, you do get to keep the car, which is a nice little car. It's a tricky one, and it'll take a lot of practice to be effective with, but it's a nice car. So I hope that helps. If you need any further tips from me, or you've got some tips from me to help improve my lap time, that would be much appreciated. Otherwise, thanks for watching.